Hello everyone, I'm Michelle. Today we are going to explore students' living expenses and the cost of living in Taipei. So the reason why we chose this topic is because money management is a big challenge for many university students. And besides, once we started to live on our own, we have to pay for rent, transportation, food, and daily needs. So this is the reason why we want to understand how much students actually spend and why Taipei is considered the most expensive place to study in Taiwan. Before focusing on Taipei, let's see different parts in Taiwan. So in southern parts like Kaohsiung or Tainan, students usually spend like 8,000 to 10,000 NT dollars. But in Taichung, the average is slightly higher, around $12,000, and in Taipei, the average cost can easily reach $15,000. The rent is the most expensive in Taiwan, and when they have to buy food or daily necessities, they even have to spend more money. So students in Taipei need to manage their budgets more carefully. Now that we know how differ living costs across Taiwan, so now let's take a look at what NTUSC students shared on their own experiences.
How much do you usually spend on your living costs in Taipei?
I think 8,000 NTD maximum per month.
I usually spend around 17,000 NTD a month. I think it's around 5,000 to 6,000 NT dollars.
大概2万吧。
Which part do you think you spend a lot? For example, renting, transportation, food, or shopping, or your entertainment?
Food or shopping.
Is the online shopping. I could spend time on the internet. When I see something that catches my eye, I usually just place an order without thinking too much. So that's why it takes the biggest part.
I think transportation, because I take high-speed railway to commute to school, so it costs me around 5,000 each month.
我觉得
娱乐是
对我来说，就是除了日常所需以外，都是娱乐。比方说送朋友礼物，或是吃那种很贵的餐厅，就是娱乐。
Do you think living in Taipei for a student is very difficult?
I think it depends. Like in my case, I live with my family, so I can save a lot from the food expenses, and I don't need to pay for the housing. But I know it is definitely costly living in Taipei. Like it's the capital, so everything costs. The rent is extremely high, and the food price is high as well. So if you're a student and your family don't support you financially to a certain degree, you just rely on a part-time job. It is a burden.
It's the same level to where I live, so I think it's easy. The cost of expense is higher than most of the cities.
我觉得差最多应该是房租吧，因为台北房子确实比较贵。
所以如果假如说今天是一个需要租房子在这里的人，你觉得就会是一个
就比
很大的
较对，除非租那种比较便宜的地方。
Basically, the way people spend their money in Taipei really depends on their different lifestyles. Whether they live at home or live in the dormitory, or do they live outside or rent a house by themselves. The people that live at home or stay with their family would usually spend less money compared to others because they can have their meals with their family and the family members would take care of everything. But as for the people living by themselves, their daily expenses or monthly expenses would be relatively higher than others because they would need to take care of everything by themselves, like maybe the daily essentials, the food, and a lot more. Yes, it is really costly for students to live outside of their home or simply study in another city. But are there other ways for students to save money? Well, the answer is yes. Well, here are the 3 ways for students to save money. The first one is look for subsidies. The government provides subsidies for the people that are in need. That includes the identity students. Well, here's one. The government provides rent subsidies. If you apply it, and you can get few thousands for your rent. And the second one is make use of the student discounts at locations such as the cafe or restaurant or even the bookstores. There, you can save a lot of money. And the third one is you should keep track of your daily expenditure so that you know where the money is going to. And in the next month or a few weeks later, you can look back and exclude the things that aren't unnecessary in your life. And there, you can save money as a student.
From our survey, we can see living in Taipei is more expensive, but students are finding their own ways to deal with it. Even though it's not always easy, but we can still enjoy our student life with smart planning. We hope our video gives you a better picture of what the students' life in Taipei really looks like.